Welcome to this episode. In today's episode, we are going to look at motivation or mentorship for students. And in this video, I'll be here, the presenter, PVS the tutor, also known as Patson Sikazo. And this is what we call study power sessions or series, which are here to make sure that you have a better understanding of how you should do study. Are we together? Now, we study for different reasons or purposes. And in this series, we are going to talk about the reasons behind study and how you can study properly to have a better academic success. So join me now. Let's go. Now, as you know, motivation or mentorship can differ, all right, based on how you define it. But nevertheless, it all comes to one thing: the purpose. Are we there? So, I'm not here to keep you for a longer period of time. We understand and know that every learner or every student out there needs someone to push them. Okay? Now, the kind of pushing, we are not just talking about showing you the right, the perfection way of doing things. No. Mentorship is about giving you or showing you the right path that leads to growth. That's what mentorship is. It's not about perfection. Alright? If I'm teaching you to be perfect, then I'm not helping you. That's not mentorship. But if I'm showing you the right path, which is going to lead to your own success, now we're talking about academic success here, then I'm mentoring you. Okay? Because most mentors, they forget that part. They would rather teach you perfection and not rather show you the right path that's going to lead to success. Okay? So, who is a good mentor in this case? Who is a good mentor? Well, a good mentor, I'm going to quote. A good mentor is someone who helps you see your strengths. Okay? If I am mentoring you, I'm going to make sure that I show you the strengths that you have. Before I even start talking about your weaknesses, I'll focus much on what you can do better without my assistance. All right? Now, most or many students, they just focus so much on what they cannot do. Get me clearly. Most of you, even you who's watching this video, you focus much on what you cannot do. And you forget completely the areas where you are gifted. Why? It first starts from what you can do better. Are we together? So begin with what you can do better, then you can move to what you cannot do. But most of us, we do the opposite. We start with what we cannot do, and then we forget completely what we can do better. That shouldn't be you doing that. Are we there? Now, this is where a mentor comes in. A mentor is going to remind you of your own potential. Are we there? He or she will remind you of your own potential, and they are going to push you so that you can develop that potential. But the question is, how do you develop that potential? Now, you can only develop that potential through consistency and persistence. Now, sometimes when I'm doing something, I do what we call obsession. Sometimes you just don't need persistence. Sometimes you don't just need consistency, but you also need obsession. I'll give a scenario, a practical one. When a guy is after a woman, not only are they persistent, but they're also obsessed. That obsession is what sometimes gets a man a woman. Why don't we use the same energy, the same obsession when it comes to our studies? Okay? Now, most of you might have questions. What is studying and how does it differ from reading? Well, reading is just going through something without purpose. But studying is reading with purpose. You study with purpose. What purpose are you studying this exam for or this subject for? Is to pass. Now, most of you, you've got different goals attached to whatever that you're doing, but at the end of the day, don't just do something and which is going just to help you for that particular period of time. Then when you move on into other or higher levels, you forget everything completely. So studying does not just help you on what you are doing in that particular moment, but it also helps you in further endeavors. That's what studying is about. Now, moving on, mentorship as well, it teaches us what we call accountability. Now, you will say, what is accountability? Well, to be accountable is more like you accept that you are the one doing this. No matter how bad or good it is. That's what mentorship teaches us. All right? For example, when you're doing something, some work, right? You constantly check on your progress, isn't it? We do that. If you don't do, please do start doing that. So when someone checks on your progress, for example, a mentor who's checking on your progress, you naturally become more responsible. I'll give you an example. Here is your boss at work, all right? You know that your boss checks your progress every morning. When you just reach by office, he's going to ask you, give me what you did yesterday. Now, imagine you had someone. This someone were calling him or her a mentor, who's going to constantly check your progress. Trust me, you're going to improve drastically. You'll be feeling more like uzamba kuyopa that I'll be fired, as if it's at work. Uzamba kuyopa, no. If I don't do this, my boss will shout at me. That's how a mentor is. They constantly check on your progress so that you become accountable of everything that you do. That's what a mentor is. And through doing that, do you know what they do? Through doing that, here's what they are going to do. They are going to make sure that you become responsible. Okay? The other thing is that they are going to make sure that you take ownership of your own learning. It's not someone else's responsibility to learn on your behalf, but it is your responsibility to learn on your behalf. But a mentor comes in so that you can take your own responsibility because you can't. So they're there to help you take a responsibility of your own learning. All right? Now, as they do that, they are also just making sure that you do things the right way. For example, you complete tasks at the right time, you complete works within the given period of time, and so forth. With concluding this episode, I'm going to end this. Always remember that you cannot succeed alone. Like, you don't need to succeed alone. So, any champion that you know, whether academically, in football, in basketball, etc., they had someone. All right? That somebody believed in them, that they can do it. It can be just someone they picked from a group, or the father, or the mother, or the brother, or the sister. Even you need a mentor. Now, the greatest mentor you can have is your teacher. He's the greatest mentor you have because you spend much time with a teacher. He's an instructor. He's there to guide you. He's there to make sure that you do the correct things. You take ownership of your own learning. You do things at the right time and within the given period of time. A teacher. Use them. Most of us, we just see teachers as someone who can just give you notes and you rub the board. It ends there. They are more than that. They are trained not just to write notes on the board. They are psychologically and emotionally trained to face anything that you can give them. That's how good a teacher is. But we see them past that, so below that. So from today, make your teacher your best mentor. All right? If you want to grow academically, this is my advice to you. If you want to grow academically and listen, all right? Open your mind to guidance. Let someone guide you. All right? Let someone guide you into the process of learning. Let someone guide you into the process of understanding. Let someone guide you into the process of conceptualization. Let someone guide you into doing things at the right time. All right? So this has been your own presenter, your own teacher, your own tutor, your own academic mentor, Patson Victor Skazo. I'll meet you next in another episode. I shall post what we shall be talking about. And see ya.